What if I told you that in just 3 days, you could destroy the fear that has controlled your entire life? Yes, the same fear that stops you from speaking, from expressing, from becoming who you truly are. And what if I told you that a boy once stood on the edge of a river, ready to end everything, because he believed he was useless, but just 3 days later, he became a completely different person? Stay with me till the end, because what he learned might change your life forever. In a small town surrounded by noise, business, and rushing people lived a man named Rahim. He was a hard-working merchant who sold spices in the marketplace. People respected him. He had a good life. But inside his home, there was something broken. Rahim had 2 sons. The younger one, Imran, was confident, bold, the kind of person who could talk to anyone without fear. But the elder son, his name was Arif. Arif was different. He was quiet, hesitant, afraid to even look people in the eye. When someone spoke to him, his words would get stuck. When he tried to speak, his hands would tremble, and slowly, people started labeling him useless, fool, good for nothing. And the worst part, even his own father began to believe it. Every day, Rahim would compare him to his younger brother. Look at Imran. Learn something from him. Why are you like this? You will never succeed in life. Those words cut deeper than any wound. Arif never argued. He never complained. He just stayed silent. And slowly, he started believing those words. If you've ever felt like you're not good enough, if you've ever been compared, then this story is about you. Don't skip, because what happens next will shock you. As Arif grew older, his fear only grew stronger. In school, he knew the answers, but fear froze him. During exams, his mind would go blank. Not because he was dumb, but because he was afraid. Afraid of being wrong, afraid of being judged, afraid of being laughed at. And slowly, he started failing. Not because he lacked intelligence, but because he lacked confidence. One day, Rahim said, "You are old enough now. Come help me in the shop." Arif was terrified, but he nodded. Because deep down, he still wanted his father's approval. Days passed. One afternoon, Rahim had to leave the shop for some work. Arif was alone. Suddenly, 3 men entered the shop. They spoke confidently. "Your father sent us. We are here to collect the spice sacks." Arif hesitated. Something felt wrong, but fear stopped him from questioning. He didn't want conflict. He didn't want trouble. So he stayed silent. And in minutes, they took everything. When Rahim returned, the shop was empty. "What have you done? You fool! You let them steal everything? You have destroyed me! Get out of my sight! Don't ever come back!" Those words broke Arif completely. Wait, this is where everything changes. Because what he does next is something many people secretly think about, but few talk about. That night, Arif walked alone. No destination, no hope, just pain. He reached the river. The water was dark, silent, endless. He whispered to himself, "I am a failure. No one needs me. There is no point in living." And he stepped forward. Just as he was about to jump, a voice shouted, "Stop!" A young traveler rushed forward and pulled him back. "Why would you do this?" Arif shouted back, "Because I am useless. I fail at everything. My own father hates me. What's the point of living like this?" The traveler looked at him calmly and said, "Then maybe you haven't learned how to live yet. Now listen carefully, because what happens next is the core of this story. These next 3 steps can literally change your personality." The traveler said, "My teacher can help you." Arif refused at first, but something inside him wanted one last chance. So he followed him. They reached a peaceful place. Under a large tree sat an old master, eyes closed, face calm, presence powerful. Arif broke down in tears. "Please help me, or I will end my life." The master opened his eyes and said, "I will help you, but only if you follow my instructions for 3 days." Arif nodded instantly. He had nothing left to lose. "Go and talk to 10 strangers. Ask them about their lives." Arif's heart started racing. This is impossible. But he remembered the river, and he forced himself to go. First person ignored him. Second, mocked him. Third, walked away. He wanted to quit, but he didn't, because for the first time, he had a reason to fight. By evening, he had spoken to 10 people, and something strange happened. He didn't feel as scared anymore. Notice this carefully. Nothing magical happened. No special talent, just practice. And that's where the change begins. The master said, "Today, teach 10 children something." Arif panicked. "I'm not educated. I can't teach." The master smiled. "They don't know that. Just speak." Arif stood in front of children. His voice shook, hands trembled, but he started speaking. Slowly, then faster, then clearer. After finishing, he ran away. But something had changed. The next time, he spoke better and better and better. By the end, he realized, "I can do this." The hardest task. Go to your father and ask for forgiveness. Arif froze. "No, I can't." But the master said, "If you run from this, you will always run from life." This is the moment where most people fail in real life. They improve, but avoid the hardest conversation. Don't be that person. Arif walked home, every step heavy, every breath shaking. He stood before his father and said, "I am sorry. I was afraid, but I want to change. Give me one more chance." Silence. Long silence. Then Rahim spoke softly, "You have already changed." For the first time, his father didn't see fear in his eyes. He saw courage. Arif returned to the master. "What is the secret?" The master smiled. "There is no secret. Your problem was never shyness. It was fear. You were not weak. You just never practiced being strong. Listen carefully. This is the truth most people never realize. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build, step by step, action by action. Fear will tell you, don't speak, don't try, you will fail. But courage whispers, try once more. And if you follow these 3 steps, talk to people. Do what scares you, face what you're avoiding. Then I promise you, your life will change. The boy who once stood at the edge of death became a man who stood in front of the world with confidence. And now I ask you, will you stay the same? Or will you take the 3-day challenge? Comment below. Day 1 starts now, and begin your transformation.